Caitlin Clark to the New York Liberty? Confirmed? You guys? The photo circulating went viral of Caitlin Clark in the bowels of the Barclays Center with Liberty coach Sandy Brondello and Breanna Stewart and Sabrina.
Hold up. What we're witnessing here isn't just basketball politics. This is a seismic shift that could reshape the entire WNBA landscape. When you see Caitlin Clark, the most electrifying player in women's basketball, having private conversations with the defending champions brass, you know something big is brewing. This isn't your typical post-game handshake, folks. This is chess moves being made at the highest level.
Well, we're going to talk about this little scene that took place after the Fever game last night in New York between Sandy Brondello and Caitlin Clark, the New York Liberty, and the agent. The agent. That is what makes this so.
And here's where it gets spicy. Aaron Kane isn't just there as moral support. Agents don't show up to casual conversations, people. When your representation is in the building, having face-to-face meetings with championship organizations, that's when you know we're talking real business. The writing isn't just on the wall, it's written in neon lights.
And many people is insinuating that Caitlin Clark could be trying to plan the outs of Indiana. Yes. People is already saying that Caitlin Clark could be trying to get the hell out of Indiana.
Picture this. Your team just got demolished by 21 points, but instead of sulking in the locker room, you're out here having strategic conversations with the team that just schooled you. That's not coincidence, that's vision. Clark's seeing what championship culture looks like up close, and trust me, once you get a taste of that winning environment, it's hard to go back to mediocrity.
Is a WNBA team that have been very, very, very much in, like, they made it clear that they want Caitlin Clark, or they're eventually going to want Caitlin Clark. Along those lines, they made it very, very clear. And that team is the New York Liberty. And today, we have just seen the New York Liberty players, after the game, meeting up with Caitlin Clark. It is Stewie, it is Sabrina Ionescu, there is Sandy Brondello. And by the way, Stewie is not leaving New York the rest of her career. That is one thing that I will be 199.
Let me paint you the real picture here. This wasn't some quick good game exchange. We're talking about a calculated, intentional meeting between a generational talent and the gold standard of WNBA organizations. Sandy Brondello doesn't waste time on pleasantries, and Breanna Stewart doesn't do small talk. When these players are all smiles after your team just got blown out, that tells you everything you need to know about where this is heading.
New York Liberty sent the blitz. Sandy, Sap, and Stewie are all talking to Caitlin Clark in the tunnel. So my guess is this right here happened at the conclusion of the game. This, my friends, is currently going viral all over social media right now. That is Caitlin Clark immediately after the game. Now, what's crazy is that her team lost the damn game, but Caitlin is all smiles. She's all smiles.
Look at that body language. Clark's lighting up like she just found her basketball home. You can see it in her eyes. This is what genuine excitement looks like. While Fever fans are probably having nightmares right now, Clark's discovering what it feels like to be wanted by an organization that actually knows how to win championships. That smile says it all, folks.
This is how it starts in sports. This is how it starts in the NFL. This is how it starts in the NBA. When you start seeing the wheels in motion, there's signs. There's signs before eventually a player gets traded. A player eventually marks their next destination. The Indiana Fever, you're on notice. You're on notice. You better recognize what you've got going on, the asset in front of you, and you do whatever you have to do to correct what is happening.
Here's the brutal truth that Indianapolis doesn't want to hear. They rolled out that Now You Know campaign like they were ready to conquer the world. But what do they have to show for it? A mediocre record and a superstar who's clearly looking for better opportunities. Adding Bonner and Howard was supposed to be the missing pieces, but you can't build a championship puzzle when your coaching philosophy is completely backwards.
Guys, today, imagine getting on national TV, being paid by ESPN, paid by CBS, and have the nerve to look at the viewing public, lie to them, and say the Indiana Fever are more dangerous without Caitlin Clark. I'm curious, are those same people going to be on TV this evening, tomorrow morning? Are they going to look in the camera and double down on the Indiana Fever are more dangerous without Caitlin?
12-11, let that sink in. The greatest college basketball player in history is sitting at 12-11 in the pros. Clark hasn't missed games because she's fragile. She's missed games because the system is failing her. When your generational talent is constantly battling injuries, that's not bad luck. That's bad management.
I think the obvious issue is Stephanie White is so stubborn to fit a circle in a square peg instead of utilizing the strengths of the team. And she probably felt relief because Caitlin Clark was hurt, that, oh, this is my time. I could introduce the culture and the system. And some actually bought in. And then when Caitlin Clark comes back, she doesn't know how to use her. That's not...
Let me tell you something that'll make your blood boil. We've got so-called experts on national television, people getting paid by ESPN and CBS, having the absolute audacity to claim Indiana is better without Caitlin Clark. Are you kidding me? That's not analysis, that's pure insanity. Meanwhile, Stephanie White is out here trying to fit a Ferrari into a Honda Civic garage. You don't take the most revolutionary player in women's basketball and force her into your outdated system. You build your entire game plan around her unique brilliance. This isn't just bad coaching, it's criminal misuse of generational talent.
But the Liberty have shown her love. We've seen that as a bit of a theme. There was the moment between Stewie and Clark when Clark came back from injury the first time. And then there were some nice words. I missed the moment myself of them posted up there for a second. But there were some nice words from Liberty coach Sandy Brondello that I did capture. And I thought they were...
Now let's talk about what real championship culture looks like. The New York Liberty aren't just defending champions. They're an absolute juggernaut that knows how to treat superstars like royalty. Sandy Brondello is a tactical genius who's won championships by maximizing every player's strengths, not forcing them into cookie-cutter roles. When you walk into Barclays Center, you're not just entering an arena, you're stepping into a championship fortress. The Liberty have created something special, a culture where greatness isn't just expected, it's inevitable. They've got world-class facilities, elite coaching, and ownership that understands what it takes to build a dynasty.
I think there is a 50-50 chance Caitlin Clark leaves Indiana after a rookie season. No, after rookie season, after rookie contract is up. Because I have a feeling that with all the restricted free agency and everything, I think they're going to try to get rid of all coring out of the CBA. I don't think coring is going to be a thing. I don't think coring is going to be a thing in the CBA. And obviously, look, you're going to have to core players. And they're going to have to core Aaliyah a year earlier than Caitlin. And if they're scared Aaliyah's going to leave, and if they're like, oh, we want to core and trade Caitlin, then Aaliyah leaves for nothing. And Caitlin leaves for nothing. So it's a bit of a weird...
Here's what separates champions from pretenders. Roster construction. The Liberty haven't just assembled talent, they've crafted a masterpiece. Natasha Cloud brings that veteran leadership and lockdown defense that wins playoff games. Leonie Fibic adds that international flair and versatility that makes matchups a nightmare for opponents. Even their bench players like Kennedy Burke and Maureen Johannes bring championship DNA. This isn't just talent, it's intelligent team building. Every single player knows their role and executes it to perfection. When you have that kind of depth and experience, you're not just competing for championships, you're collecting them.
How many people is insinuating? They're insinuating that Caitlin Clark can be trying to get the hell out of Indy. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. Your boy John Liquidator definitely want her to get out of Indy, bro. And it's this photo right here that is really heating up. I mean, this one right here is really breaking the bank, bro. This, look, Sandy Brondello got her hand all on Caitlin, bro.
Close your eyes and imagine this lineup. Caitlin Clark's court vision feeding passes to Breanna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu. We're talking about basketball poetry in motion. Clark's transcendent passing ability, creating infinite scoring opportunities for two of the most lethal players in the league. The three-point barrage would be absolutely unstoppable. But this isn't just about on-court dominance. We're talking about the biggest media market in the world. Playing in Brooklyn means endorsement deals that could make Clark the highest-paid woman in basketball history. The Tsai family doesn't just own teams, they build empires. When you combine Clark's superstar power with New York's market reach and the Liberty's championship infrastructure, you're creating something the WNBA has never seen before.
It's a weird situation, but you can see, and this is one of the more important things. You see this right here. You see this right here. This is Caitlin's agent. This is Caitlin Clark's agent. So Caitlin Clark's agent is involved in, meeting up with, or in this meeting, whatever it is, whether it's a meeting or just a chat. Caitlin's agent is there. That's her freaking agent. Looks like it. CC to Liberty, CC to New York.
Here's what's got the league office panicking right now. A Clark-Stewart-Ionescu triumvirate wouldn't just be good for basketball, it would be a ratings goldmine. Think about it. The most popular player in women's basketball teaming up with proven champions in the nation's biggest media market. Every single Liberty game would become must-see television. The WNBA has been praying for mainstream attention, and this combination would deliver it on a silver platter. Sure, it might create competitive imbalance, but sometimes that's exactly what a league needs to capture the sporting world's attention. Remember the Lakers' Showtime era, the Bulls with Jordan? Dominant teams create legendary moments that define entire generations of sports fans.
If Stephanie White believes that this team is better with Ari McDonald in, blah, 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 if she shares the same views as Carolyn Peck, you fire her on the spot. I don't care if she is an Indiana Fever alum. You fire her on the spot. And anybody else in the organization that shares that same belief set. I mean, these Stephanie White truthers, no surprise, she checks boxes, and they're the old WNBA fandom that thinks Stephanie White's getting a raw deal right now. It's so obvious she don't know what she's doing. She don't know what she's doing with this kind of...
Now let's address the elephant in the room, tampering. The league's got rules about teams communicating with contracted players, but here's the reality check. When your agent is standing right there in a private meeting with championship brass, we're way past casual conversation territory. This photo isn't just going viral, it's sending shockwaves through every front office in the league. Look at that body language. Sandy Brondello's got her hand on Clark like she's already family. That's not tampering, that's recruiting excellence. The optics are absolutely terrible for the current system because it exposes the truth. Star players and their representation are already thinking 3 steps ahead. While the league might not have enough evidence to prove tampering, they've got something much worse. Proof that their current competitive balance is completely broken.
I think this is really bad what's going on with Caitlin Clark. I'm really concerned as a fan, as a basketball fan. I'm really concerned. I hope it's not serious. I hope it was just a little strain and she just needs rest. I just hope it's minor. We don't know what's going on, but man, imagine if Caitlin Clark misses the whole entire All-Star game. Wow. That could be a possibility. If that happens, this is nothing but Kathy Engelbert's fault. You got these garbage refs that don't protect the players. You allow players do what they want to do. You don't
Let's keep it 100% real about what's happening in Indianapolis. The relationship between Clark and Stephanie White isn't just strained, it's fundamentally flawed. White keeps talking about fitting Clark into her system instead of building the system around basketball's most revolutionary talent. That's not coaching, that's coaching malpractice. Compare that to Sandy Brondello's track record with superstars like Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner, players who demanded the ball and the freedom to take over games. Brondello's philosophy is simple: put your best players in positions to dominate. While White's treating Clark like she needs to be managed and protected, Brondello would unleash her full potential. The difference isn't just coaching philosophy, it's the difference between building a dynasty and wasting generational talent. Indiana better wake up fast, because while they're busy trying to fit their superstar into outdated schemes, New York is showing her what championship culture really looks like.